Hi, welcome to our Caring for the Caregiver Self-Care Activities for the Dementia Caregiver series. I'm Marta Rañón, Executive Vice President at Southern Caregiver Resource Center, and it's really a pleasure to be here with you again, talking about topics related to family caregiving. And I really encourage you, if you haven't already, to bring something to write with, a notepad, so that you can take notes. And of course, if there is anyone with you there who might benefit from these discussions, go ahead and have them join you. If you think that this would be of benefit to anyone else, feel free to send them the link, and that way they can watch it at their leisure. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the power of music. And before we begin, if you haven't already connected to our organization, we are a nonprofit organization that focuses 100% on the family caregiver. If you live in the counties of Imperial County and San Diego County, we have a ton of services that are available to you at free or low cost, such as support groups, case management, educational classes, all of these services that can be of support to you. So don't forget to give us a call at 858-268-4432, or you can visit our website. It's right there on the screen for you. All right, so the series that we are doing today is part of a monthly live stream series that we do for family caregivers. And our hope is to not only connect you to services, but of course, talk about topics that are relevant to family caregiving, as well as incorporate some self care goals. And we'll be doing that at the end of today's session. All right, so let's get started with the science of music. I know a lot of you have preferences for music, but did you know that music can have a profound effect not only on your body, but also on your emotions? What we are doing when we are listening to music that's soothing and calming, it actually creates these alpha brain waves that help us to increase our creativity, to better absorb information. That's what sometimes when people are doing projects, they put on their headphones and listen to music so that they can focus more on the task at hand, and it helps them to acquire and absorb that information. Also, research has shown that it can also be as helpful as medication. There's actually a study at Stanford University that demonstrates this. And of course, it can help us to counter those negative thoughts, those negative feelings that we sometimes get when we are stressed and bogged down. And of course, that comes along with being a family caregiver. So, music in caregiving, and I know that a lot of you caregivers already might see the benefits, but did you know that it can also help the person who has Alzheimer's or dementia? This can also, listening to music can also be beneficial to them. There is a part of the brain that houses our long term and our short term memories, and those long term memories sometimes get dislodged when we are listening to music that helps us to reminisce. That's why, if you're caring for someone who has Alzheimer's or dementia, it would be very beneficial for you to play some of that music that can then help them to release some of these memories that otherwise have been, closed up, and maybe they can start communicating with you and sharing those moments with you, which is really nice as a family caregiver to have that opportunity. And that's why in our next slide, hopefully this can help you to do just that. If you are caring for someone who has Alzheimer's or dementia, you think about using music as a tool to help you. Identify your loved one's preferences. What kind of music did they like listening to? What is something that what kind of songs or music would make them happy and maybe help them to light up and be more willing to share with those around them. And once you identify these songs or this type of music, make a playlist. Solicit the help from other friends and family members to make that playlist. Set the mood. We want to make sure that if you are using this music for mealtime or bathing, that You eliminate any other distractions, right? So avoid that overstimulation by getting rid of, maybe competing noises like a television or a door that's open. Of course, keeping in mind your loved one's hearing ability. So lower the music or increase the music based on that. And then, of course, try to make sure that you play music that doesn't have any commercials, or else that's going to be a little jarring and a little confusing for the person with dementia. Encourage movement. If that person is listening to music and starts swaying or clapping or singing, go ahead and encourage them to do that. Maybe you want to do that along with them, and that would also strengthen your connection to each other. Of course, sing along. That boosts our relationship or positive interactions, and of course, it could make that person open up a little bit more and share some of those memories. Of course, pay attention to your loved one's response. If they are responding in a happy and positive manner, then continue playing that music. If they respond in a negative or maybe aggressive behaviors, for example, then consider not utilizing that music. Now we know that with stress reduction, we've been talking about the cortisol that gets released, that hormone that produces stress, but long-term exposure to this hormone can be damaging. And that's why we want to counter that by using music. We know that if you listen to music that is soothing and calming, then it could release some of those endorphins which counter that stress hormone. And of course, that means that it improves our well being and it improves our mood. And of course, it can lead to that stress reduction that all of us are looking to reduce. Now, I know, like I said, that we all have different types of music that we prefer. And, maybe some of you prefer music that has no lyrics. Whatever it is that you like in terms of music, make sure that it's producing that effect that you want. For example, if you know that classical music helps to soothe and calm, then use that type of music to give you that desired effect. For example, if you are looking to get out of that funk, maybe you're feeling a little bit sad, a little bit down, then try to pick music that's going to help you feel a little bit more motivated, a little bit happier, maybe a more bouncy type of music. Of course, different kinds of music have different emotions that they evoke. So you know yourself best, but you also know that person that you're caring for best. So again, if that person is responding a certain way and that's a response that you are seeking, then go ahead and play more of that type of music. We also want to make sure that you are in a space that is safe to do that. Of course, if you're driving and you're getting distracted by the music, then maybe think about what kind of music you're playing as you're driving. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to be doing an exercise at the end of this conversation so it can help you. Here at SCRC, we say that the best way to be an effective caregiver is to take care of yourself. And what better way than through music? If you play, let's say, 30 minutes every day of your favorite kinds of music or the music that is going to help you get you out of that negative mood, then that's one way of taking care of yourself. So think about doing that daily. If you need to do it several times a day, go ahead. If you don't like driving and sitting in traffic, then think about playing that type of music that can help you feel a little bit better and maybe get your mind off of the stress of being in traffic. Like I said, this is one of a series that we do that we've been doing for a couple of months now, but it's only one of several live streams that we've done, and we continue to do them every month for you. So if you've missed any of these, don't worry. You can visit our website and you can download all of the live streams that we've done. You could also see what is coming down the road, and you can invite others to join you to listen to those live streams. Here we have our phone number and our website, so you can check out the videos, the live stream, the podcast, all of our different ways of providing these educational classes to you. And of course, you can find us on social media. We post regularly to make sure that family caregivers don't feel alone, but they actually are able to connect to this network of care available to you. All right. So, again, if you haven't already, make sure you connect with us and let us know how we can help you. And now I want to transition over to our activity. So I talked a little bit about how music can affect our mood, but I want to now offer you an activity that can help you do that on a regular basis. Now, music therapy is an expressive type of art therapy, and whether you are listening to it or singing a song, or writing a song or playing a song, all of this is a form of music therapy expression. And that is a way to really release and also to communicate with others. That's why if you play an instrument, it's a good way to, maybe can I do that as a way to focus on another activity that is pleasurable and takes you away for a couple of minutes from what it is that you are doing. It could also help you with the person that you are caring for, because they might get excited to hear you play that song or sing that song. So, what I need you to do is I need you to figure out where, in whether it's in your home or your office, wherever you are, there is a place that you can be calm, that you can be free of distractions, so that we can do this activity. I'm actually here in my office, so I've identified a space where I can sit. But if you want to go to your bedroom or the living room or even the dining room table, wherever you are, where you can do this activity. And of course, bring along your notepad and your pen in case you want to jot things down. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to set up in my space, and then I will continue with the music therapy activity to help you reduce some of that stress. All right, we'll be right back. Right, welcome back. I am hoping that you found a nice place where you can do this next activity with me. I'm here in my office setting, but you might be in your living room or your bedroom, wherever you are, and you can spend some time with me doing this activity would be great. If you want to bring your notepad and your pen to jot some of these things down, you might do that as well. Not a problem. So, what I want you to do right now is in your comfortable space, just put your hands on your lap. Be as comfortable as you can, feet firmly planted on the ground. And I just want you to take a deep breath so that we can relax. Ready? So breathe in and out. If you want to close your eyes, feel free. Again, breathe in and out. And one last time, try to hold it and then exhale as long as you can. Ready? Breathe in, hold, and exhale. All right, so hopefully you're all feeling a little bit more relaxed. And if this is something that you need to do throughout the day, that is fine. I wanted to do it as a way to really ground us in this exercise that we're going to be doing together. Now, if you want to, again, keep your eyes closed, that's fine. Put your hands on your lap. I want you to just notice how you are feeling. How are you feeling as you are sitting here right now? Just having that self awareness. How is it that you are feeling as you're sitting here? Are you feeling a little bit more relaxed? Are you stressed? Are you nervous? Just be aware of those emotions and those feelings. What I want you to think about is if when you are caregiving, or if it is right now, if you're feeling anxious, for example, if you're feeling stress, if you need to calm down, then think about choosing music that will help you counter that. If you are feeling low or sad or lonely, then think about picking music that will help you counter that. So maybe it's music that's more uplifting, more motivational. If you are, whatever it is that you're feeling, think about what type of music you would need to counter that mood. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes. And again, I'm thinking about how you're feeling. How is it that you are right now? What kind of music you would need to counter this mood, if that's what you're wanting to do, especially as a caregiver. Once you identify how you feel and you know the type of music that is needed, I want you to think of a song that will help you do that. So let me give you an example. Let me say that I am feeling sad right now, that I'm feeling lonely. And so I'm wanting to not feel like that because it's the middle of the day and I have to work and I have to interact with people and I have to be a caregiver. So I need something that will give me, a little bit more uplifted, that will get me a little bit more, kind of moving around. So I need music that has a higher upbeat, that higher level of decibels, whatever it is that I need. Now I need to identify that song. What song am I going to pick? What genre of song am I going to need to get me out of this funk, right? So now what I want you to do, if you have identified that song, maybe jot it down, write down the song, because your homework is to go listen to that song. Okay. So you have identified that song, you're going to go listen to it. But while you are listening to that song, the first time you listen to it, think about how you're feeling at the beginning of the song, towards the middle of the song, and then towards the end of the song. Okay, so you might have to listen to it a couple of times in its entirety. Now, after you do that, listen to the whole song and then notice how you feel. So, again, let's start with my example. Let's say I am feeling sad and lonely and down, and I need to be uplifted. So, I need a song that gets me out of this funk. What kind of song am I going to pick? Okay. I have a song in mind, and I have the name of the song and the name of the artist. And so I'm going to jot it down and I'm going to look for that song. And as I'm listening to it for the first time, I'm going to notice how I'm feeling. So I'm just going to sit here and listen to that song and close my eyes and Maybe I start moving to the music, and maybe I'm starting to feel happy, and maybe I'm remembering who I was with when I was listening to that song, and maybe it's making me smile. And you just listen to the whole song. But then next time, as after you're done, you listen to the whole song. And if you're starting to feel better, and if it has countered that negative mood that you were in, go ahead and dance to it. Go ahead and sing to it, clap to it. Maybe you start kind of touching things and playing the invisible drums or the invisible guitar, whatever it is that you need to do to express yourself as you are listening to that song. Okay, this is going to be your homework. Then if you really liked how you felt, make a playlist. Make 3, 5, 10, 12 songs and maybe title them, songs to get me out of my sad mood. So now, next time that I'm feeling low and next time that I'm feeling down and I'm not I need to get motivated. Now I go to my playlist and I know what songs I'm going to play that are going to get me out of that sad mood. Okay. So the same thing can be, and you need to, calm down. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe you're starting to feel your heart moving a little faster. Your heartbeat is racing, and you really need to, you're nervous about something or you're stressed about something. Just notice how you feel. Take a deep breath. Then identify a song that's going to count that you're in its entirety. And notice how you're feeling at the beginning, middle, and end. Then listen to it again. And if you are needing to feel calm and relaxed, then go ahead and sit back on that chair, maybe lay down on the floor, on the bed, and just listen to the song and maybe rock a little or sway a little to help you express the mood that you're wanting to feel, which in that case would be calm and soothing. And make a playlist. Make a playlist of 10, 12 songs and title them Songs to Help Me Calm Down. And so, again, you do this for all of the emotions that you need to counter, that as a caregiver, many times we experience throughout the day. Don't worry, no one is looking at you, no one is listening to you. And even if they are, sing like no one is listening and dance like no one is watching. This is about you and making you feel better. All right. Well, this is it for our live stream session today. We hope that it was helpful. Remember to connect to SCRC if you haven't already, in case you are finding yourself a caregiver, especially caring for Alzheimer's and dementia. Our phone number and our website are on the screen. And remember, SCRC is here for you, caring for those who care for others. See you next time.